Hello and welcome to the WB Mason Coaches Report with Christina Hernandez here on GoHofstra.com. Welcome, Coach.
Thanks for having me.
Coach, a 1-1 week last week. Lost to Towson in 4 sets on Friday and then came back to beat Delaware in 3 sets. Let's talk about the Towson match first. Got off to a great start, hit well. Kelsey Wills was just controlling the match. What went so well early on before we get into the rest of the match?
I think we were just doing the little things well. Our passing was pretty consistent. We were able to run our offense, and the middles were really getting in there, and our serving was pretty tough. I think as the match kept going on, we just got a little sloppy with those things, and especially in the 4th set, our passing kind of broke down a bit and kind of limited us what we could do offensively. So I think we just got really sloppy towards the end, and we had a chance to win the 3rd set, I believe, when we were up 24-22, and we just didn't take care of the ball. So I think we just got sloppy, but I think on Sunday we definitely did something different.
Obviously, you had 2 pivotal set points in that 3rd set that got away from Hofstra. And as you commented previously, the defense was really what undid Hofstra on Friday night, as the blocking was not as strong as it's been all year, and the passing, which is so important in the sport of volleyball, that really ultimately came down to Friday night.
Yeah, they're outside. She was doing a really good job, and they were running really fast with the pins, and we just didn't have enough stops or even just a lot of touches to play a lot of balls off of. So she kept pulling our outside block and made it really hard for us to be able to have any second chance points and get back in the match. So I think that was something that was definitely a little bit sloppy, and the things that we do really well didn't help us stay in the match, and because we didn't do those things. So
as I just stated before, one of the main positives out of Friday night's matchup was the play of Kelsey Wills. Career high 24 kills, 12 digs. It was her 9th double-double. She added her 10th on Sunday. Her maturation process is just like skyrocketing at this point, isn't it?
She's a very mature player, and I think it's just because she's never really happy with how she plays. I think she wants to do something really well on every point, every ball that she touches. So I think that in itself just makes her, get better in the gym every day, and you're definitely seeing it. She's definitely becoming really consistent, especially on defense, something that we've been working with her on a lot because we wanted her to do a lot better in that area. So, she watches a lot of film, and she's doing really well, and I think we're going to, continue to see good things from her, and hopefully on a bigger level.
Sunday, you guys came back and beat Delaware in 3 sets. In coach speak, is that a complete team effort? What happened Sunday?
Yeah, definitely. I think there was a very big difference from what we were doing on Friday to what we were doing on Sunday. Just offensively, there was a lot of movement going on, and everybody, was doing their part offensively with what we needed to do, and scoring the points when we needed to, and it just kind of flowed a little bit easier, and our passing was really on point, and we stuck to a really, we had a game plan, and they really stuck to it, and they made sure that we did for every single point, and it was just a lot cleaner. The little points we were making better decisions on definitely made the difference for us being able to get some good leads and keep them, and just play at a different level, and not constantly have to catch up and chase.
You really could single out so many different areas of the team that day that played so well. I mean, you could say defense is ultimately what led to how strong the offense was, led by Kylie Maneja. 24 digs in a 3-set match. Her play is just really taking off recently too as well.
Definitely. I think there were some points where they started picking on us in the right back corner, and I think what we did well defensively was just make adjustments very quickly, and that way, it didn't cost us, 4 or 5 points, and it only cost us maybe 1 or 2. And, I think they were hitting Nikki on the sharp cross, and she made a quick adjustment. So I think they just adjusted really well to what they were doing. So, and then it kind of they had to figure out something else to do. And I think that they're doing a good job with that defensively, making adjustments. And, we were able to transition, and they put the ball down, which is something that we didn't do very well on Friday. We were getting a lot of, I think we outdug them on Friday as well. We just weren't putting the ball down, and that was something that we talked about on Saturday when we had practice and watched film. Is if we're getting all these second opportunities off of defense, then we really need to do something with it.
You guys hit at a attack percentage of 382 on Sunday, your highest of the season. And it was really a balanced team effort. Nobody had more than 12 kills, led by Kelsey once again with 12. Just talk about that. That's how, I guess, ultimately how dangerous the Hofstra team can be this season, with everyone contributing that well?
Yeah, that's our main goal, and that's what we have been, you know, we want to make sure the offense is flowing and that we're never doing, you know, we can run the same thing over and over but never have the same option. And I think Catalina did a really good job of spreading the offense out, and, you know, so that way everybody kind of only had a one-on-one block all the time. And, you know, so we need to make sure that we continue to do that and be consistent. I think it makes it a little bit tougher for people to scout us if they don't know what we're, you know, where we're going to go or what we want to do. But we, you know, we need to be able to do that on a consistent basis.
Is what Catalina did Sunday almost definition of like a perfect match for setter? Just leading the Pride to such a high attack percentage and, you know, not too many mistakes, 9 attack errors as a team.
Definitely, you know, I think she made a lot of really good decisions. You know, she used back row attacking a lot, and it made things a little bit easier up in the front row, and, you know, our middles were really getting in there. And again, I think we just had a game plan, and they stuck to it really well. But, you know, us passing really well, you know, enabled us to do that. And just being able to play a lot of balls off of defense, you know, again, we're able to get in there and kind of mix up the offense. But I think, you know, overall, everybody did a really good job of doing their part offensively and putting the ball down when they needed to.
Yesterday it was announced by the conference office. Kelsey Wills was named the Rookie of the Week for the second time this season, and Kylie Mineja was named the Defensive Player of the Week. Can you talk about the accolades these student athletes are receiving this season?
You know, Kylie definitely deserves it. You know, she's definitely, I think she's #1 now in the conference for digs percent, just for conference games only. But she's working really hard, and you know, she's doing a really good job back there of just kind of commanding what we're doing defensively. And she, you know, she moves Kelsey and Nikki around a bit, and so she's a very mature player in that way, and she's doing a really good job. So I'm happy that she got that. And Kelsey, you know, I think this is her second time for her. You know, she's putting up some good numbers, and you know, again, I think we're just gonna. The thing about her is she's very consistent, and you know, we know what to expect from her on a nightly basis, and I think the team has really started to depend on her as a freshman, and I think that's a really great thing for her. But even when I told her yesterday, she's like, I don't know how I got that. Like, she doesn't think she does anything well. So, you know, again,
I guess that's the best thing
right.
about her.
You know, she wants to be better, and I think that that's what is going to make her an even better player down the road.
Kylie, just moving up the all-time list in digs at Hofstra. She now is in 9th place past Beth Parr. She has over 1,300 digs now. Sky's really the limit for Kylie defensively, isn't it?
Yeah, you know, and when she came in as a freshman, you know, her #1 goal is to be #1. And she's had that in her sight ever since she's been here, and she's really hungry to get that. So, you know, hopefully she can get it done.
Looks like she'll probably be the first person to get 2,000 career digs at Hofstra at this point.
Yeah, we hope so.
So this week, 3 matches on tap. Step out of conference on Wednesday with a match at Long Island University. What's your scheduling philosophy throwing a match like that into the conference slate?
You know, I think this, you know, we had a long break last week. You know, we had a lot of days of practice, and after this, you know, we're kind of on the road a little bit. So, you know, playing midweek, I think, especially after we played on Sunday, you know, I think if we can go in there and do what we did offensively and be really consistent with us, it'll, you know, we'll have a really good feel going in for the weekend. And I think that's the big thing, is we want to play at a consistent level. So I think we just needed to break it up a bit and have our last conference, a non-conference match, you know, and they're close. So, you know, the game plan is just kind of worry about what we're doing before we head to Georgia State, and, you know, before we play them here. And, you know, I think if it's our last homestead for conference, that we can lay a really good foundation for what we're going to do before we head on the road.
2 conference matches again at home this weekend, as you mentioned. Georgia State on Friday, UNC Wilmington on Sunday. The conference schedule's worked out well for you guys. You're starting off with 5 straight conference matches, and that's obviously, you got to get off to a great start, don't you, to have any chance of being near the top of the standings near the end.
Definitely, you know, and I think that, you know, this weekend will be really key for us and hopefully put us in a good position before we go, you know, to James and George. So, you know, I'm happy that we're home so quickly and so much so often, and I'm hoping that it'll be an advantage for us.
The conference clearly looks very balanced this year. There's no outstanding, unbeatable team, and everyone else is competitive. Is it imperative that in any conference weekend, home or away, especially home, that at minimum you split?
Definitely, you know, and we talked about that with them after Friday. You know, on Saturday we came in for practice, and we told them, you know, we had to get a split. We had to get it done. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You know, we can't go 0-2 in a weekend and expect to be in the top of the conference, and that's our main goal, and it's been our goal since summer. And, you know, if we want to do that, then you know, we need to split on a weekend if we're, you know, if we drop a game, we need to make sure that we take care of that and get the next game. It's going to be really important for us down the road.
Good luck this week, Coach.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us today on the W. Mason Coach Report with Christina Hernandez here on GoHofstra.com.